Breakout is one of the most important games in video game history, and it's pretty simple. Paddle, ball, graphical blocks, don't let it get through. The original 2600 version features numerous modes and up to 4-player gameplay, and all modes are preserved throughout the versions you'll see here. Breakout was made to be the next generation of Pong, which had seen countless clone releases in the years prior. Breakout was made by superstars, including Nolan Bushnell, Steve Bristow, Steve Wozniak, and even some work by a guy named Steve Jobs, and they put together a compelling game with a colorful presentation that became one of the biggest arcade hits in the world. It also became a key seller of the original Atari VCS with its paddle controllers. It looked great on televisions of the era, played as well as the arcade, maybe even better, and offered tons of variety. The whole family could play. It also had some of the best box art of all time, in my opinion. Every new Atari VCS owner already has Breakout because it's included in Atari Vault Volume 1, and its controls there are excellent, supporting the classic well with adjustable sensitivity, which may be extremely important to get the game playing how you like. For the purposes of this review, I used a popsicle stick with tape on it to better expand the view of the controller being twisted, and you'll see that sensitivity 5 on the Vault is similar to the default and only available sensitivity on the separate 2600 ROM, and is also similar to the default sensitivity of the original Breakout paddle function on the original hardware. I was a bit surprised at this. I would have guessed that the 2600 ROM was far more sensitive than the Vault or original hardware, but it turned out to be generally close. Overall, though, I did find accuracy to be the most difficult in the separately released ROM, with the paddle tending to be a bit on the jittery side, and generally best on either original hardware or the Vault. Breakout also plays great with a mouse, on the ROM, in the Vault, and elsewhere. While you can play with a modern controller or keyboard, I wouldn't recommend it. It isn't really clear why someone would want to pay 99 cents for Breakout as a separate Atari OS ROM. You can already play it for free on the Vault in addition to in PC mode through Stella. This is ultimately the regular ROM running through Stella in Atari OS, but since there is no manual or user interface, there's no way to adjust sensitivity or learn about the game modes. Even the Vault has a nice original scan of the manual. Perhaps saving a button press to go straight to the game is worth $1, and who could argue with that? Regardless of the value of the ROM, it is really great to see Breakout get the royal treatment on the VCS, and the classic controller is an excellent way to play the game. The VCS is simply the best place to play Breakout in 2022. Thanks for watching. I'll be looking more at the classic controller in the near future, in addition to delving into the new game Combinera. Liking helps spread the word about the channel, and subscribing gets these videos in your feed. Have fun!